Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And guys, today in this video we are going to learn explore Azure Compute Services, which is part of AZ-104 prerequisite for Azure Administrator. Okay, I hope this will give you a very clear idea about what are the services we have in Azure Compute Services. So very important guys, this one very important because there will be a couple of questions. Okay, so guys, let me take highlighter. Imagine that you work as a development lead at ABCD Trader. So I am taking one scenario here. You are working as a development lead, okay? A company that specializes in hardware manufacturing. So that company is like hardware manufacturing company. Your management team tells you that the company's website has been having a difficult time keeping up with the application demands. Okay, so you can say your website is running slow, so you have to deal with this problem. That's a little more. The team wants you to investigate a solution. Okay, the front end web server and operating near capacity during peak period of the day, and you need to get a solution in place quickly. But there is a problem, you don't have any free server to scale out your applications. Okay guys, and little more, you could ask to buy new equipment, but your department budget is tight. You want to make a good impression with leadership, but you don't know how many servers are necessary for this project, and you don't want to buy more hardware than you need. Even if you were able to procure several servers, you would need to invest a lot of time to set up them and install software. So this is a situation you got. Okay, first thing, you have limited money to spend, and you have to deal with this slowness. Okay, how would you do it? So we will learn about this scenario one by one in this video and coming up video also. So guys, ideally you would obtain the resource you need to do work without too much administration and configure them to do the work. You would also pay only for the compute resources you need while you are using them. So yes, you will go for this, and this is all about what it is. Actually, it is Azure only, it is cloud only, because you will be paying what you are using. And this scenario is exactly what you can do in Azure. Yes, Azure only, because here you do not need to purchase multiple hardware, multiple servers. Okay, physical server basically. You can create compute resources, configure them to do the work uh, that's needed, and pay only for what you use. So the scenario was your on premises. Okay, now you suggested them to go for cloud, so cloud will provide you all this kind of services. So all it comes under compute services. So we'll learn about it. So you can see, once we are done with this video, what we are going to learn here, what is Azure virtual machine, and these are the coming up videos. Okay, I will be covering all those things one by one. So Azure virtual machine, Azure app services, Azure container instances, Azure Kubernetes service, Azure functions, and Azure virtual machine, Azure virtual desktop. Okay, so guys, these are the learning we are going to learn one by one. So first of all, overview of Azure Compute Services. Okay, what is Azure Compute Services basically? So guys, Azure Compute is an on-demand computing service for running cloud-based applications. So it is an on-demand computing services. Okay, and next one, it provides computing resources such as disk, processors, memory, networking, and operating systems. So we are talking about Azure Compute Services. So Azure Compute Services is nothing but it is an on-demand computing service which provides resources like disk, processor, memory, networking, and operating systems. Apart from this, the resources are available on demand, first thing, and can typically be made available in minutes or even in seconds. So whenever you want, you can create resources and make it available for the use as per the requirement or as per the demand or on demand. Apart from this, you pay only for the resources you use, okay, and only for as long as you are using them. So you do not need to pay. For example, you are using a virtual machine for 2 hours, so you have to pay for that much time only. You do not need to pay for 24 hours, okay. So this is just a small overview of Azure Compute Services. They are on demand computing services basically. And let's see a little more. So guys, Azure supports a wide range of computing solution for development and testing, running applications and extending your data center. Okay, so it is not a limited scope, it has very wide range scope. And the services the service supports Linux environment, Windows SQL, Windows Server, SQL Server, Oracle, IBM, and SAP. And Azure also has many services that can run virtual machines. Apart from this, each service provide different options depending on your requirement. And some of the most prominent services are Azure Virtual Machine. Okay, first Azure Container Instances. Next one, Azure App Service. Next one, Azure Functions, which is also known as serverless computing. Apart from this, you can see this is a small diagram here. We are talking about compute. Okay, if you go to compute, this section, this compute section, you can see it is showing you virtual machine skill set, function app service, Kubernetes service, availability set, disk. Okay, so all this comes under uh, compute services. You can see this is a compute. Apart from this compute, we have networking, storage, web. So these are other services we have. So we are going to cover compute, networking, and storage later on. So as of now, we are going to learn about compute services only. So guys, this is basic information you should know. Okay, because if you don't know what service comes under which category, so we won't be able to work properly. Okay, and let's see the first one. What is virtual machine? Okay, this one we will learn first of all. So guys, virtual machine are software emulation of physical computers. They include virtual processor, memory, storage, and networking resources. So emulations basically. And virtual machine host an operating system, and you can install and run software just like physical computer. Okay, when using a remote desktop client, you can use and control the virtual machine as if you are sitting in front of it. And with Azure virtual machine, you can create and use virtual machine in the cloud. Virtual machine provides infrastructure as a service and can be used in different ways. So this is just an example icon of virtual machine. Okay, and when you need total control over an operating system and environment, VMs are an ideal choice. If you want to control operating system and environment, so you can create virtual machines, VMs. So guys, just like physical computer, you can customize all the software running on virtual machine. This ability is helpful when you are running custom software or custom hosting configurations. And let's see now virtual machine skill sets, what it is actually. So guys, virtual machine skill sets are Azure compute resource that you can use to deploy and manage a set of identical VMs. Okay, set of identical VMs with all VM configured same. So if you have a, you need 50 virtual machine with the same configuration, you can do it immediately. Okay, you do not need to configure one by one. So that is all about virtual machine skill sets. And virtual machine skill sets are designed to support true auto scale. So it is a auto scale, basically auto scaling we can configure, so automatically that much number which you are putting there, that much virtual machine will be created with the same configuration. That is all about virtual machine scale sets. So you can see, for example, you have one VM here. Okay, this is VM, you want three more, so you can deploy immediately. You can scale up immediately three virtual machine or four virtual machine, same with the same configuration. Okay, and sorry, no pre-provisioning of virtual machine is required. So here we do not need to have any pre-provisioning. For this reason, it's easy to build large scale services targeting big compute, big data, and containerized workloads. Apart from this, guys, as demand goes up, okay, demand is going up. For example, today I'm using 10 VM, immediately I need 200 VM. More VM instances can be added immediately. I can add. As demand goes down, I can decrease it. VM instances can be removed. The process can be manual or automated or a combination of both. So as per the requirement, you can increase immediately VMs, and if the requirement is goes down, you can decrease, you can delete, you can remove, okay, instances. This is all about virtual machine skill sets. Now we'll see app services. So guys, with Azure App Service, you can quickly build, deploy, and scale enterprise grade web, mobile, and API apps running on any platform. Okay, so it is also a platform to quickly deploy and scale web based services and app service. Basically, you can meet rigorous performance, scalability, security, and compliance requirements while using a fully managed platform to perform infrastructure maintenance. And app service is a platform as a service offering, and this is all about here app services. Okay, and now we'll see about functions. So guys, functions are idle when you are concerned only about code running. So if you want to run code only, you should use Azure Functions, your service, and not the underlying platform of the infrastructure. So or platform or infrastructure. So you do not need to worry about what kind of infrastructure we should have, kind of thing. You just need to run your code, then you should use Azure Functions. Okay, and they are commonly used when you need to perform work in response to an event. Okay, this is very important, this line, because there will be a question, they will give you blank, and uh, here they will leave this blank and they will give you multiple options, so you have to select event. Okay, so they are commonly used when you need to perform work in response to an event, often via REST. Okay, and timer or message from another Azure service, and when that work can be completed quickly, within a second, or within a second or less than that time. So this very important, you should make a note. Definitely you will see an examination, either AZ-900 or 104, one question. So it uses timer, message, or trigger events. Okay, apart from this, guys, the next one is, I am covering this much only in this video. In next video, what we are going to see, decide when to use Azure virtual machine. Okay, so I hope this will be informative. I have given clear idea about functions. They are service where you need to run code only. You do not need to worry about platform or infrastructure. Okay, app services, they help you to quickly deploy and build any scale enterprise grade web, okay, through app services. And apart from this, what we saw, virtual machine skill sets, so they are helpful to deploy multiple virtual machine or set up identical VMs in one shot. And the next, what we had seen, virtual machine. So virtual machine is nothing but they are software emulations of physical computers. Okay, and so what we have seen here in this, we saw 1 2 3 4. Okay, rest of thing we will see in coming up videos. Okay guys, so this Kubernetes services, availability set, disk and all, so I will be covering all those things in next video. So as of now we saw 4 things, 1 2 3 4. So if you want to continue, if you want to learn, if you want to succeed in examination, so guys please make a note. Only note can help, rest of nobody can help in the examinations. So I will meet you in next video. Till then, bye bye.